We've been to Cheshire Falconry in Northwich with Canon, where we've had a first look at the brand new Canon EOS R10 and EOS R10 crop sensor mirrorless cameras. These are the latest additions to the Canon EOS R system and the first APS-C sensor cameras in the R range. They're small, lightweight and affordable entries into Canon's EOS R series. If you've already watched our EOS R7 video, you'll know that just because they're smaller sensors doesn't mean they're not impressive new releases. These are absolutely packed full of features. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the EOS R10. If you want to find out more about the new EOS R7, which Alex put to the test, then watch our dedicated video by clicking the link in the top right corner or in the description box below. The R10 follows in the footsteps of the EOS 70, 80, 90D series in the Canon DSLRs. The 90D and the previous models in that lineup were possibly some of the first true hybrid cameras for enthusiast photographers. They were known for impressive autofocus for stills and excellent video capabilities. The EOS R10 certainly keeps up and improves upon this legacy. Does this mean 90D was the last DSLR for Canon at this level? We're not too sure about that, but the fact that initial pre-orders will be shipped with a free EF-RF lens adapter is certainly an indicator that Canon want you to switch to mirrorless. With the technical advances in the mirrorless cameras and especially the EOS R system and the rapidly growing selection of lenses, including 2 brand new RFS lenses, it's certainly not a bad time to make the move. Don't forget we offer part exchange too, so you can get some money for your old DSLR cameras. Just like the R7, the features and specifications on the R10 far outweigh any previous Canon camera at this level. It's also incredibly small and lightweight, exactly 25% lighter than the EOS 250D, which is the Canon's smallest and lightest DSLR to date. This is going to be great news for people who want an all-round camera which will allow you to shoot fast-moving subjects and impressive video without breaking the budget or your bag. It's going to be available as a body only at £879, which is just an incredible entry price into the EOS R system. Remember that initial pre-orders will be supplied with a free lens adapter so you can use your existing Canon EF lenses. Or you can buy it with a new RFS 18 to 45mm kit lens for just £979, or the new RFS 18 to 150mm travel zoom for just £1,229. Personally, I chose the 18 to 150mm, which is the equivalent of a 28 to 240mm, thanks to the crop factor, or in simpler terms, roughly an 8x zoom. This is a versatile lens and it's so small and lightweight, it's an ideal all-rounder. If you're wondering why I don't have the R10 with me right now, and because someone will probably spot that we're not actually in Northwich anymore, well, we'd had to reshoot this part a couple days later. I'm going to let Dave Parry, Canon product specialist, tell you all about the R10 features in more detail.
Here it is. Now this is an incredibly small and lightweight camera, and this is the beauty of what we can do with our R system. We can make these cameras smaller and lighter, which if you're carrying them around, all day long, it does make a big difference. So this is an APS-C size sensor camera in a similar vein to the R7. It is smaller and lighter. This is smaller than our 250D, which is our smallest and lightest DSLR, so it's a very small lightweight camera. Great thing is it's still got a lovely size grip on it, so it still does feel very comfortable in your hand. It's also got the controls where you'd expect. And what I love about this, it's also got a joystick on the back as well, which is unusual at this level. The great thing about this joystick is that you have the ability to change your AF points very quick, and you can start and stop AF as well. It's got the control wheel on the top here, so if this is your first camera of this type you've ever bought, very simple to use. You have the fully automatic mode on here, and then from this dial you can make your way around, all the way around to manual shooting when you feel confident to go that far. The battery inside it is an LPE17, so it's the same battery that comes in like our 250D or our 850D. So if you are using those at the moment, if you do have those, it's very easy for you to then step onto this camera. Now, One thing I think you will really notice when you start using this camera is the autofocus system. So the autofocus system is the same as what you've got inside the R7. It's also very similar to what you have inside the R3, R6 and R5. So it's an amazingly sophisticated autofocus system inside this really small lightweight camera. So it doesn't matter what you shoot, you'll be able to track it, follow it and get those images that you really, really want. So we have a variable angle touchscreen on the back of the camera here. It is a 3-inch screen. It's very similar to the screen that we have on our RP. Great for composition because you can do those low down shots. Doesn't matter what angle you have this screen, you can actually be able to compose and get your images. Now on the top here, it also has the advanced accessory shoe on here. Very similar to what we have on like our R3, on the R7 and on this one as well. So you can use those more advanced accessories. We also have the button on the front here which allows you to switch between autofocus and manual focus as well. Now the sensor inside here, it's a 24 million pixel sensor. Once again, it's quite similar to what we have on some of our other cameras. The difference with this one is that it's coupled to our Digic X processor. So you will notice better image quality, especially in low light conditions when those ISOs start to move up. Now the lens, let's talk a little bit about the lens on the front here. That is once again a very small compact lens. It's an 18 to 45 millimeter. It's like your standard kit lens, a great lens to get you started, get you experimenting with photography. You can do a bit of landscape photography with this. You can do like street photography. You could do a little bit of portraiture with this lens as well. But for a very small compact form, this is a great lens to get you started.
I think the R10 is going to be really popular. A lot of the big releases lately have been over £1,000, but this starts just under there. If you want a camera to get started with photography, but will allow you to grow, it's ideal. If you're moving on from an entry-level DSLR or mid-range enthusiast camera, you're going to see a huge leap in performance. But beyond the headline specs of 15 frames per second, impressive low light performance with up to 32,000 ISO, 30 frames per second raw burst mode, 4K 30p, 4K time-lapse, the incredible autofocus and tracking functions, it's enjoyable to use. It's small and light, but it feels really good quality. The grip is a good size, which means it's easy to hold steady. The buttons have been well thought out to make it easier to use for both advanced and beginner photographers. Shooting beautiful video is made super simple and the menus are easy to use and even feature tips and mini guides so you understand what each mode has to offer. Make a kit up with the EOS R10 and the 18 to 150mm, an RF 50mm 1.8 and an RF 100 to 400mm. And you've got a supremely versatile camera kit which weighs around 1.5 kilos and comes in under £2,250, which is absolutely amazing. We even offer finance online and in-store, so you can even spread the cost out over several months, which is amazing. If you're looking for an affordable yet powerful all-round small and lightweight camera with very impressive autofocus and good video capabilities, then get your order in for the R10 now. If you want a more powerful camera with a more of a DSLR-like feel to it and has in-body image stabilization and higher spec video features including C-Log, then check out our review on the EOS R7 instead. As usual, make sure to like, subscribe and let us know what you think or any questions that you have in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Peace.